Hello, welcome back. I'm Una. I do panning and other related stuff, and today I have a new update for my Pan Those Eyeshadows, and I am absolutely thrilled. I'm having such a great time. As usual, I did a makeup look with every single one of these 6 eyeshadows that I'm working on. This is how it turned out. I think it actually turned out really cool. I was like a little bit doubtful. I feel like this happens a lot. I'm a little bit doubtful, and then I really like it, and then I'm like, why haven't I been wearing this all the time? I will admit, it's not exactly in line with the color stories I've been wanting recently. It's a little bit of like a winter spring kind of story. It's like a little bit icy, a little bit green, a little bit pink, but I will hopefully come back to this kind of look. I'll take a picture of it to try and remember, but I have like a cool brown and the pink in my crease. I did add one extra shadow, which is like a dark taupe on my outer corner. I have the like gold and then taupe layered over each other on the lid, the like multi-chrome green towards the front of the lid, and then the like blue duochrome thing on the inner corner. So yeah, you can see some blue, some green, some yellow, some pink. It's very like icy pastel, grungy. I know grungy and pastel are like a little bit like opposite, but it's like kind of like a muddy pastel rainbow almost. I'm really digging it. Anyway, I'm currently in a Halloween costume. I am Mabel from Gravity Falls, which is my Halloween costume last year, but I wore it today. It is Halloween when I'm filming this. But anyway, this is all irrelevant. This is gonna go up after Halloween. But happy Halloween if you enjoy it. I love it. I love putting together costumes. I thought this was like such a cute little like 80s style sweatshirt from like a little 80s Mabel, but anyway. All right, let's get into it. So the first shade is M51 from Terra Moon. This is what it looked like when I rolled it in. This was last update, and here it is now. Last update it had 7 uses, now it has 20. So yeah, I'm pleased. I've now used this probably like 27 times this year, which is really good. I feel like for this multi-chrome, I had it in another project earlier. I do really enjoy it. I'm definitely way less intimidated by it now than I was at the beginning of the year. It can do a lot of things. I'm wearing it today. You can barely tell I'm wearing a bright green multi-chrome. I will say the green definitely comes off the most. The like purple base, or like the purple other reflection, I don't know if you can see it. You can see it a little bit there. The like purple pink doesn't really come through very often, but I do enjoy the kind of teal green, shiny, kind of thin teal green reflection. So yeah, but this is rolling out with exactly 20 uses. I hit that 20th use today, so woo! All right, next is the shade Baronu from my Depotted Juvia's Place Magic Mini Palette. This is what it looked like when I rolled it in. This is what it looked like last time with 13 uses, and here it is now, and I think you can tell by that little speck in the middle is pan. I hit this today. That's part of why I'm so overjoyed. I was already planning to film this update today, and I kept thinking like, oh, I really want to hit pan on Baronu, but like, oh, it's not coming, and I've already used it like 30 times, so anyway. But this is, I've literally done my eye makeup 3 times today, which is a lot. I don't usually do that. I do sometimes do it twice, but I got up in the morning and I like put a little bit on to go to class just for fun, and then I got back and then I like did a little bit more, and then I thought that was gonna be my look for the day, but then I remembered I wanted to film this, so then I did it a 3rd time so that I could use all the eyeshadows. It was a whole thing, but anyway, I used this in every single look, and finally, right before this video, I hit pan, and I'm so thrilled, and I used this so many times. I used this 33 times to hit pan. I'm so happy. This was perfect. This was so perfect because I've been loving these warm tones. This is a really pretty warm gold. It was the perfect time of year, and I got so much use out of it. I wore it like pretty much every time I did my eye makeup. I especially loved doing like a look with cool browns in my crease in my outer corner, and then like this kind of in the middle of the lid, and then I'd layer like some sort of greeny duochrome over it. I was using Corrosion from Cleona, which was in my deck of panning, and then I swapped that out for what's the color? Hot Spice Cider from Terra Moons, that was then in my deck of panning. Anyway, those all over this with Coolata, which is like the taupe shimmer. It was just like this warm, cool green mix. I loved it. I thought it was great for fall. So this was lovely. I honestly might continue to reach for this if I want to, but this is rolling out with pan, which is so exciting. Next is the shade Supreme from my ABH Jackie Aina palette. This rolled in last time and was looking like this. And now it's looking like that, which is almost the same. I definitely think there's more brush marks than there were last time, but I've only used this 6 times. Like I said, I was really into warm tones and browns, even cool tone browns, but not really pinks. I did wear it 7 times in the past, like a little bit less than a month, so that's good, but it's staying in, and I'll need to get a lot more use on it to rule it out next time. It might stay in for 2 more updates, which is okay. It's okay. Next is the aforementioned Coolado, which is a matte taupe. This is what it looked like last time when I rolled it in, and here it is now. Now I've used this 24 times, so there's definitely use, and you can see that it's used, but there's like barely any dip. There's a dip, it's just like nowhere in your pan. I use this a lot as a crease color. It's definitely on the lighter side, so you can add a lot to deepen it up. I also used it in my brows, which is how I got a lot of the uses, because I would just kind of do that regularly without even really thinking, and then I'd tally it. I would honestly be fine keeping this in another month, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll it out just to add some, give some other shadows a chance to shine. I might keep this in my rotation. But yeah, I really loved this. It kind of replaced Warm Taupe from ABH Modern Renaissance, which I had been using a lot recently, and it's a great shade. This is from the Going Coconuts palette, by the way, which I have kind of semi-depotted. But yeah, this was great, especially in conjunction with the other taupe shade that I will show next. Next is the shade Zabornak from Pretties for Your Face. This is what it looked like last time when I rolled it in, and here it is now. It has 15 uses on it. You can't really tell, like you can definitely tell there's some disturbance in the middle, but it doesn't really look like much of a dip, and it's not. This shade was like packed on a diagonal a little bit. I don't know if you can tell, like one side's higher than the other, which I don't mind at all. I mean, it's an indie shadow and I don't really care. It didn't affect its performance or anything, but I think that's part of why it doesn't really have a dip, because they're just kind of working with a weird surface in the first place. I really enjoyed using this. I had only used this maybe once before rolling it into this project, even though I was really excited when I got it, and it's great. It's just like the perfect mid-toned teal shimmer lid color, which I did not have. I have a shade from Looksy called Taupe 101, which is what I'm using on my outer corner today, and I wanted that. This is what I wanted that to be, but it's way too dark, so this is perfect. I still have 5 more uses left to get on it, so that's great. This is staying in for at least a little while. It'll be super easy for me to get those 5 more uses. Hopefully I will just like continue to use it and enjoy it, but I probably won't hit pan because this is pretty new, and yeah, I just want to savor it. Not like not use it, savor it, but just like really enjoy it while I have it, so yeah. And finally is the shade Good God from JD Glow. This is what it looked like last time when it was rolled in, and here it is now. I've used this 7 times, similar to Supreme. It was just not really what I was going for, although I do really like it today. So yeah, this is staying in. You can definitely see there's some disturbance in the middle of the pan, a little bit of a dip, but not too much, but that's all right. I will keep this in and just keep chugging away. All right, so that is 3 shades rolling out, 1 with pan. I have to update my spreadsheet because I literally just hit that pan just now, but we're gonna take a little detour to pan percentage. All right, so last month, or at the beginning of this month, on October 6th, I had 55 pans out of 246 eyeshadows, which gave me a pan percentage of 22.358%. This day, this month, on October 31st, I have 57 pans out of 232 eyeshadows. I decluttered quite a few eyeshadows this past month. I decluttered 2 palettes, one of which had 2 pans in it, the other one of which had 0 pans in it. So I went down from 246 to 232. I also decluttered a single that didn't have pan in it, a couple other things. You can check all that out on a post on my Instagram, which I was leaving in the description box. I get comments sometimes on Instagram like, oh my gosh, I've been watching your videos, I didn't know that this was you. Yeah, I have an Instagram, it's the same name, Unipans. I've had that for longer. I started that in 2020, so it's got lots of stuff over there. So yeah, check that out. But anyway, my declutter's over there. I gave some stuff away to some classmates. It was really great. But anyway, so now I have 57 pans out of 232 eyeshadows, which gives me a pan percentage of 24.569%, which is so great. My like tentative goal was 25% this year. I think I will be able to do that. Just a little bonus, my current like all collection Pan percentage is 66 out of 267 items, which is 24.719%, so pretty close. They tend to follow each other, but sometimes one will jump ahead of the other. I've also hit 5 pans this month, which is really great. 5 eyeshadow pans, 1 face pan, which is wonderful. I think one of those pans was before last update, which was the eyeshadow that I had panned on last update. But yeah, the other 4 have been since that update, and I'm really thrilled. I thought it might be like I might be winding down this month, but I hit more pans than last month, and this is my second highest pan month overall in the year, which is really great. I mean, it is a little bit of a longer month, but yeah, I'm thrilled. So now I just have to go edit my spreadsheet of the eyeshadows I can roll in. All right, I have 170 eyeshadows without pan, which in my spreadsheet is number 171, 2 through 171. So I'm going to randomize a number between 2 and 171. Right. 87, 25, and 149. So I'm gonna check those against my spreadsheet and see if I have to re-roll anything. Last time I had to re-roll a bunch because they're way too similar to stuff I was already working on. Okay, we got some really great picks, so I'm gonna pull them together and then I will show you what we have. So first up, 87 is the shade Sipping Soup from my ColourPop Mandalorian palette. I actually worked on the shadow for quite a bit in 2021 in my attempt to have a pan in every palette. So this already has probably like 20 to 30 uses on it. You can see there's a pretty big dip. So I might be able to hit pan in this, which is very exciting. We will see. I had this shade in just a couple updates ago. This is a lot creamier than this. So yeah, we will see how that goes. I need to like start swatching everything. All right, here is Sipping Soup swatched out with the rest of the shades that are staying in. So I did not realize this, but Mary, which was the next shade, is this shade from my Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette. The shade after it is Taupe 101, which is the shade I was just talking about that also got rolled in. So I'm gonna make an executive decision, and instead of working on Mary, I'm gonna randomize a different shade from this palette. As long as it's not Mary, I will work on it. I don't think I have any other issues. I probably also won't work on Prue because it's really similar to Good God. But anything else is fair game, and then I'm going to continue to work on the next one, which is Taupe 101. This is what it's looking like right now. As you can tell, I have a huge dip in this. I've been working hit pan on this. I think I have 30 uses on it, so yeah, I really want to hit pan on this. It's fun to have it in this project because then it's not just like in the background, and it did get rolled in. This is 149. So I'm gonna re-roll between 2 and 16 and find a different shade in this palette, even though my hands are dirty. All right, let's do this. Not between 2 and 16, between 2 and 15. That is the shade 14, which is this shade, I believe. 14. Yeah, that will be this shade, which is definitely much more of a challenge for me, so that's fun. That's the shade Nancy. I don't believe I've used this shade yet this year, which is one of my like low-key goals continuously. I don't really want to have to like wipe away the swatch, so just like you're gonna have to ignore it. Sorry. So that's our new shade. Ignore this one, okay? We're working on this one. I don't want to get up. Okay, so this is our new color story. I always do this. This is our new color story. I'm pretty excited about this. It's a little weird. I will say it's not super fall. It's a little bit more winter, but we're definitely moving into that space. I think I've said before, but I think living in a more dramatic climate has impacted my sense of seasons, and I am feeling the seasons much more. So hopefully this will get me into the wintry mood. Where I'm from, we don't really have like winter or fall. We just have fog and sun. So yeah, I think my goals for next update are going to be to get to 20 or even like 25, 28 uses on Zabornak. Maybe to try and hit pan on Sip and Soup, definitely to try and hit pan on Taupe 101, and then just to kind of amp up my uses on these three here, because those are going to probably be my trickiest. But yeah, this is an interesting color story. I'm into it. It does go a little bit with what I have on today. I can do some sort of look like this, so that will be quite an interesting goal, to try and use all of these shadows together, minus of course this one that we're rejecting. But yeah, I think this has been super successful. I'm delighted to have a pan and to have 2 more on the horizon, hopefully. Definitely 1 more on the horizon, at least, which is Taupe 101. Sorry for my like fudging of the rules if that bothers you, but painting's all about what works for you. It's about what's fun to do. I do think I'm definitely challenging myself more by giving myself the turquoise rather than the like cool taupe. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching. This is definitely my most popular series, so if this is the first video you're seeing of me, hello, welcome. It's great to see you and meet you, and I hope you check out all the rest of this playlist. I believe this is update 12. You may be like, aren't we in the 10th month? Yes, I update slightly more than monthly, only just slightly though. So go check out everything else. I have other projects. I just had a really exciting update for the end of the Graveyard Project Pan. I guess it was a finale on an update. I had a pretty great update for my Rolling Project Pan last month, which is coming around again soon. So yeah, I would love if you would choose to subscribe and check out some other of my videos, and I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!